So this week's session of Mindset Mondays with your host, David Keith Turner, Mindset Coach Extraordinaire, is around connecting to happiness. Now, let's start by defining happiness. To me, happiness is that feeling that comes over you when you know that life is good and you can't help but smile. For me, it's also helpful to know it's the opposite of sadness, if that makes it easier. Now, I think happiness is a sense of well-being, it's a sense of joy, or even contentment. It's feeling successful, it's feeling safe, lucky, or maybe even loved. If you ask a person what they want the most, the answer will gravitate generally towards something they believe will make them happier. Anything that someone says they want, they have this idea inside of them. If I acquire this, if I move towards that, if I do that thing, it will make me happier, either in that moment or in the long term. Now, you're on this call because you believe it will make you happier or your life better in some way, shape, or form. You go to the gym to be happier. You call your friends to be happier or to feel better, to grow. Now, what we want to understand is the difference between short-term pleasure and long-term pleasure. Now, short-term pleasure could be dopamine fixes. That's where if I watch a comedy on Netflix, that might make me happier for a bit. If I start scrolling on social media, that might ease me and make me laugh a little bit. But after I do the activity, how do I feel? That's the important thing. If it was really, it aligned with my values and made me feel good, I'll probably feel good. But if I've done something that's like a short-term fix, I will feel bad afterwards. Now, the funny thing is most people have little understanding of what will actually make them happier. They really, they really don't. Like a lot of the time we're searching for it. And it feels like this thing that we're not really consciously aware of. One of my favorite things to work with my clients is to figure out what will actually make you happy. And I've come to the assumption that a lot of people actually really don't know. They've never really done deep work on themselves to figure out what their highest values are, what their purpose is, what their real goals, what's most important to them. They're trying to fulfill some societal expectation or something or acquire something that they think will make them feel good enough. Now, if we always see happiness coming as an attainment, and sometimes the thing that we want could be 3 years away. So, for instance, you're building a business. Well, I can't be happy until I've actually succeeded at that. The belief system then implies I can't be happy in the foreseeable future. And then it becomes just a state of being that we get very habitually into, especially when we're working towards a long-term goal. I've fallen into this trap before. I'll be happy when I'm a full-time mindset coach. I became a full-time mindset coach, wasn't any happier. We always have to think like, if I win the lotto, I'll be happy. You're happy for a minute. Then suddenly you have to deal with all the money and figuring out the stresses of buying things and everything. So what we want to understand is how do we create long-term happiness? And this is where I've kind of figured out that if we want to create long-term happiness, but we want to actually feel it right now in this moment, in this day, we have to understand that and accept the idea I can be happy at the weight I am right now. I can be happy in the job that I'm in right now. That's the first step. If you always believe that happiness is going to be when you're in that relationship, when you get that job, when you get to that weight, it's always going to be something outside of yourself and it'll become a habit of just being unhappy. So we first of all have to accept the idea I can be happy right now. Now, there's 5 happy habits, or 6 actually, that I've looked into, and I can attest to them because I've done them myself, and they're what helped me enable me to be happy right now. The first one is practicing gratitude. Now, it's in every personal development book, and everyone talks about it. Why? Because it actually works. Now, all you have to do for this is every day write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And it's really helpful for them not to be the same things, to keep expanding your awareness. I actually wrote down on my gratitude pad about a few months ago, and I'd never written it. I'm like, I'm grateful that somewhere in the world, 2 people are saying I love you to each other for the first time and meaning it. I'm grateful that there are people out there who are working in non-for-profits. You can theme your gratitude and say the world, yourself, friends, family, but gratitude. Just sitting there, practicing it, looking for the good in the world. The second thing is to journal for 2 minutes or more on something that happened in the last 24 hours that you're appreciative of? Something that was a positive experience. A lot of the time, there has been good things that have happened in our day, but we just haven't noticed it. By practicing journaling on something that's happened good in the last 24 hours, you're actually bringing your mind to focus on it and bring attention to it, and that is a great practice. Number three, meditation. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can just close your eyes and focus on your breath for 2 to 5 minutes. Sitting in a relaxed state, focused on your breath, helps train willpower, helps you clear your mind, helps you get into a nice state. Number four, and this is one of my favorites, do one act of random kindness every day. Could be just compliment a stranger, could be being exceptionally nice to a client, to your boss. Just one thing where you set the intention, go, I'm actually going to do this thing, send a message, greet someone over enthusiastically. One random act of kindness. Number five, this is very important for me, especially if you're someone who's had health problems in the past, but just moving your body for 15 minutes. This could be going to the gym, going for a walk, any simple cardio that gets a little bit of a heart rate happening. And number six, this is one of my favorites because it's had the biggest impact on my life is read something that betters your life or watch something that inspires you. Listen to it for 10 minutes each day. I have a book that I'm reading every single day, The Power of Awareness. I'm just reading it for 10 minutes each day. Why? Because it inspires me, it grows my knowledge on something that I'm interested in. But those are six happiness habits that we can enjoy and we can use to connect to happiness. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into some journaling. If you haven't been here before, this is where we take a pen and paper, or you can open a new document on your device if you want to. But just across the top right, Mindset Mondays, connecting to happiness. And if you want the date, it is the 9th of the 12th, 2024. So Mindset Mondays, connecting to happiness. And before you do these journal prompts, just take a moment to just take a deep breath into your nose, out through your mouth. And our first question for today to journal on. What does happiness mean to you? How would you be able to tell that someone is happy? And you can journal this by saying or finishing the sentence, to me, being happy means. So to me, being happy means. Just write what comes to you. Might mean smiling, mean being nice, might mean going and playing golf. But being happy means a positive emotional state, whatever. Just write down what comes to you. And as you're doing it, just take deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. And if you struggle with this one, just think about someone being happy and how you would be able to tell that they're happy. Maybe it's their energy, the way they talk, they're enthusiastic. And once you feel happy with your answer, just give me a thumbs up to let me know to go on to the next one. Thanks, Stephen. And once we've got one more thumbs up, we'll move on to the next question. Thanks, Bronman. Beautiful. Question number two. What makes you happy? And you can answer this by writing the things that make me happy are. What makes you happy? Is it playing golf? Is it seeing friends? The things that make me happy are. And you can feel free to dot point these if you want, or you can just journal them out. And feel free to smile as you're answering this. So take a few deep breaths when you need to. Just writing down anything that comes to mind that makes you happy. And once you feel good about this, give me a thumbs up to let me know that you're happy to go on to the next one. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Brittany. And we'll move on to question number three. When were you the happiest today? Think about the last 24 hours, and I want you to write a detailed description of the event that made you happy. And you can answer this by writing, I was happiest today when I was happiest today when I. And once you've figured out what that moment was, maybe it was a phone call, maybe it was a moment, maybe you were watching a TV show, maybe you were hanging out with a friend. I was happiest today when. After you've done that right, it made me happy because. So I was happiest today when I. For me, I saw my dad. He came down to have coffee with me during work hours, which was nice. And it made me happy because I really enjoy spending time with dad. We had a great chat. Doesn't have to be huge, monumental, just for you. When were you happiest today and why? Take a deep breath whenever you need to. And once you feel good about your answer, just give me a thumbs up to let me know. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Bronwyn. Beautiful, beautiful. Smashing it today, guys. Connecting to that happiness. I like it. Now, this is a great question. What activity or situation tomorrow do you think will make you happy and why? So again, you can journal this by saying, I'm most likely to be happy tomorrow doing, and write what comes to you. Think about what you got on tomorrow. Doesn't have to be a big thing. Maybe you might be happy on your lunch break. And the reason is because you get to have lunch. Maybe you've got a meal that you're looking forward to tomorrow. Maybe you enjoy your morning routine. Just think about something that you'll be happy tomorrow for. Write it down and then write, I'll be happy because. Why? Why are you happy about that thing tomorrow? If this is easy, that's fantastic. If this is hard, even better, even more beneficial. Funnily enough, the harder these questions are, the more beneficial they are. Amazing work, guys. Amazing work. And if you want to, you can finish up what you're writing down. And if you want, you can write anything as a note at the bottom. If there's something that you really wanted to write, go ahead and just write it at the bottom. Maybe there's something that you want to take from today that you've had as a learning so far, something that you want to write as a note. Once you feel ready, and you've written down everything you want, just take a moment to just stretch out a little bit. Just relax yourself in any way, shape, or form that you need to. Just get yourself nice and comfortable because we will be jumping into our guided meditation slash visualization now. So if you need to find yourself a more comfortable position, if you need to move your body first to stretch out, makes it a lot easier if you can get yourself nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed before we jump into it. And if there's anything that you feel you had a question about or anything that maybe you want to ask at the end of the call and you want to remember it, feel free to write it down before we jump into the meditation. But either way, just getting yourself nice and relaxed. And I will start to share some beautiful music for us to listen to. Just taking a moment to get yourself nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. Arriving fully into the space. Allowing your body to arrive fully into stillness. Making any last minute adjustments if you need to, roll your shoulders or anything like that. And when you feel that you're happy arriving into stillness, you can gently close down your eyes. Setting the intention with your mind to be fully present, to go through this visualization to the best of your ability, and to follow along with the instructions with no hesitation, no resistance, allowing yourself to be guided, releasing expectations of yourself to be perfect, just setting the intention to enjoy this experience. With our intention set, we're going to do 10 really deep inhales through our nose and exhales through our mouth. With the inhale, I want you to imagine that there is a hook on the top of your head pulling you up towards the ceiling. So with your inhale, allow your body to expand fully with the breath, lifting upwards, and when you breathe out through your mouth, allowing yourself to fully deflate. Letting your body just move with the breath. We will do our first inhale in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, all the way in and up. Breathe out, all the way out. And allow yourself to smile. Breathe in, all the way in. Breathe out, all the way out. Letting a smile on your face. Breathe in, all the way in. Breathe out, all the way out. Really enjoying it. Breathe in, all the way in. Breathe out, all the way out. Letting yourself relax. Breathe in, all the way in. Really enjoy it. Breathe out, all the way out. Breathe in, all the way in. Breathe out, all the way out. Really enjoying it. Breathe in, all the way in. Breathe out, all the way out. Letting yourself relax. Breathe in, all the way in, letting your body rise. Breathe out, all the way out. 2 more breaths to go. Breathe in, all the way in. Big, deep breath. Breathe out, all the way out. You're doing really well. Last one. Breathe in, all the way in. Breathe out, all the way out. Just letting your breath return to normal as you're relaxing here in this space. And as you sit in a very relaxed state, I want you to imagine that you're now floating up out of your body, and you can feel yourself slowly rising up, and you can see your room as you slowly just feel yourself rising up out of your body, going up through the roof, and feeling yourself break through the roof of where you're living. And imagine that you're floating over your house, your apartment, wherever you live. Feeling yourself slowly going up like a balloon, just moving with the wind. You can see your whole street as you slowly just keep going up. You can see your whole town. You can see the whole state where you live. As you slowly move up, and you can start to see the whole country. And slowly you can feel yourself moving up through the atmosphere. And with a whoosh, with a feeling of breaking through, feeling yourself just floating in outer space, looking down, seeing the world slowly burning beneath you. See the blues of the ocean, the greens, the browns, the reds of the land, the whites of the clouds. Just slowly, serenely, just floating in outer space. Slowly shifting your attention away from the world, looking out into outer space and just seeing all the stars, seeing the moon, anything you want to see. I want you to imagine that you can see a really bright star. And you can see it slightly getting bigger and bigger, and you know it's moving towards you. But it feels really nice. It feels really good to see this star approaching. And as it gets closer, you realize it's not that big. It's only about 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters, and it's this beautiful sphere of energy. And you know that this sphere of energy is pure happiness, coming to greet you, coming to be a part of your life. And as it gets closer, you start to notice the color. Just in your mind, what color is happiness? Just trusting your intuition. And you know that you want to feel this happiness. So you allow yourself to float slowly towards it as it moves towards you. As it gets a meter away, a couple of feet away, you feel excited. And as it touches your skin, as you move into it, you instantly feel its energy. And you feel happiness take you over completely in every cell of your being. You can see the energy all around you dancing. And it feels so good. Feel yourself moving to the center, and it just feels so good to be floating in the center of the sphere of happiness. And take some time now to really connect to this feeling. Smile as big as you can and feel yourself connecting to it. If at any point you disconnect, just repeat the word happiness in your mind and enjoy sitting here for the next couple of minutes. Now I want you to intensify this feeling. Feel the color becoming brighter around you. Feel the intensity of this feeling of happiness grow. Feel it double. Allow yourself to smile and fully embrace feeling the happiest you could possibly ever feel. And in this beautiful state of happiness, I want you to mentally step into a memory where you were truly happy, something from the past, and step into it as if it's happening right now and experience what you felt then, now. Stepping out of this memory and stepping into a moment in your present life that's making you happy, something right now in your life that's making you feel good. And experience that as if it's happening right now, but you're even happier than you've ever been. And now step into a future memory, something that you know is coming, something that you want to experience, and experience it as if it's happening right now. Feel the intensity of your happiness rise as you smile and see exactly what you'll be seeing and experience what you'll be experiencing in this future moment of happiness. I want you to just take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and you feel yourself going back into the sphere of energy and outer space. And you feel yourself slowly floating backwards out of the sphere of happiness, feeling your whole body tingling and feeling fantastic. And as you disconnect from the sphere of happiness, you notice how the feeling is still lingering in your body and it feels so good. You say thank you to this beautiful energy. It glows even brighter and it speeds off into the night. With a smile on your face, you turn around, you see the beautiful world spinning beneath you. And as you take a deep breath in through your nose, with a smile on your face, you breathe out through your mouth and you move slowly back down towards Earth, breaking through the atmosphere, seeing yourself above your country, see yourself above your state, moving down towards your town, seeing the street that you live on, seeing the top of your house, as you float gently back down through the roof and you land back in your body. Taking a moment to notice the feeling of happiness still feeling so alive in your body. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, breathing out through your mouth, and just gently repeating in your mind after me, I love that I know how to be happy. I am experiencing more and more happiness in my life. I love that I'm doing more and more of what makes me happy. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. Now just taking a deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, becoming aware of where you're seated or laying down right now, slowly becoming aware of the space in which you're in, becoming aware of the temperature of the room, how your body's feeling. And as you take another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, you can start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, bring some gentle movement back into your body. And whenever you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back into the space, guys. No rush to come back into the space or anything, but just doing whatever you need to do right now. If you need to be still, just be still. If you need to write something down, write it down. Mm. Just thanking yourself for being here, for doing this work, coming along to Mindful Mondays. I hope that you've really enjoyed yourself. And if anything's come up for you that you want to work on, I am a mindset coach. One of the things I absolutely love helping people do is create worthy goals, create systems and habits that enable them to be happier, feel more fulfilled, live their purpose more and more each day. So if that feels like something you want to do, especially coming to the end of the year, if you want to start off 2025 with a bang, you want to build that motivation, that mindset for success, that's exactly what it is that I do. You can look me up if you have further questions on davidkeithturner.com. You can also book a free one-to-one strategy call with me from there if you like what you see and you want to go ahead with that. No pressure to do that, but that option is there if you want to talk to me. Or you can just reach out to me on social media, David Keith Turner, Instagram and Facebook, and send me a message and we can connect that way. The way that these sessions operate is I end the recording and I open it up to you guys to share your experience, ask any questions that you have about the session. But either way, thank you so much for coming along, making these such a great session. I hope you enjoyed yourself and I hope that you have a fantastic week after this. If you also want to, you can leave a review for the Mindset Mondays meetup group. That helps it go out to more people, shows that people are coming. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'll end the recording.